Okay, you guys. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It definitely feels like a Friday or something. Um, but I wanted to get on here because this is going to be a heavy topic. I don't really talk about mental health on my channel because I leave that for the professionals um, to deal with, pertaining to people and their mental health and diagnoses and things like that. But as someone who has dealt with people who demonstrate mental health issues, I would say that I'm pretty observative when it comes to these types of people. I can tell when someone has an undiagnosed um, mental health situation, and they need to see someone professionally, for their issue. But and I know that mental health is not talked about in the Black community because it's oftentimes not looked at as something of concern. And these people, people who have these undiagnosed mental health situations, they get out here in the dating world like this, and they expect people to deal with them like this. And then you guys get into relationships with these people who have mental health problems. And, for my peace of mind, for my peace of mind, I love my peace of mind. I love being able to maneuver and function in my life without all of that drama and baggage and emotional and mental turmoil that a lot of people bring into relationships. So this is what you guys are meeting and interacting with when you're out here dating certain types of people. And they're coming with all of these red flags. These individuals, you can tell, have not done any kind of inner work. They haven't done any type of healing mentally or emotionally. They're just out here in a dating world like this. And they're trying to get into relationships with you, and some of them do, and then you guys end up dealing with all of their problems. And I will tell you that I love my peace of mind. I love my freedom. I love being able to do what I want to do without having to answer to anyone in a relationship. And I love my space. I love being able to know that I'm not involved with someone who's coming to destroy my life. And what these men don't understand is there is just some women out here who love their peace. We're not for the foolishness. We're not with the BS. We don't have time for all of that drama that you men love bringing to women. And you say that you want a woman who brings you peace, but you don't create a peaceful environment for these women. You're arguing with women. Most of you are out here cheating on women, you're lying to women, you're gaslighting women. Um, Hold on a second. I'm just having a hard time getting into my account right now through something. So this has been all day yesterday, you guys. Hopefully I can speak to someone who can access me the right direction. But you guys are not bringing women peace. You're not bringing women peace. You're bringing women drama. You're bringing women STDs. You're bringing women chaos and toxicity insecurity issues, trauma, and so on. And this is why women are saying, you know what? I don't have time for any of this. I'm done dealing with you men out here. And this is where women are at right now mentally, a lot of us. I don't have time for all of that. You know, when I'm in my home and I'm in my bed, I don't have to worry about, oh, I wonder if my man is out here cheating on me. I don't have to worry about the STDs. I don't have to worry about the lies. I don't have to worry about the drama. I don't have to worry about the mind games, the manipulation that a lot of you men bring to women. And, you know, like I said, a lot of this is boiling down to the fact that a lot of people out here, men included, you folks have mental health problems, and you're out here in a dating world like this, expecting women to deal with you like this. And women are no longer signing up for that anymore. Women are no longer signing up for that anymore. That is what's going on, you guys. That is the reality. You know, women are checking out of the dating market because we're realizing that there is no benefit in getting out here dating men with all of this stuff that people do when it comes to dating. You're not serious about commitment. You're not serious about a relationship with someone. You're not willing to put in the work. You're not willing to be faithful or loyal. Um, you're just not about that. And when it's time for you to be about that life, when it's time for you to be about that life, you people can't do that. You can't be real or genuine in a relationship with the person that you're dating. And this is why women are checking out. This is why women are checking out. There's nothing like having peace of mind, you guys. There's nothing like having a healthy pH balance. There's nothing like not having to worry about if your partner is going to give you an STD. There's nothing like being able to be in your own home and you don't have to go back and forth with someone about something in a relationship. It's nothing like not having to deal with somebody's emotional and mental baggage that they're bringing into your life from a past relationship. And then they project this onto you from their past relationship. There's nothing like being able to wake up in your bed and not have to worry about cleaning up behind another human being other than your children, if you have any children. There's nothing like being able to clean your home and not have to worry about it being messed up because you got another human being in the house. There's nothing like being able to leave your house and go where you want to go and come back when you feel like it and not having to answer to anybody. This is why I love being single, because it's peaceful, it's liberation, it's freedom, and I am not chained to a man. And I don't have to tell a man, hey, I'm going here, I'm doing that, this is who I'm leaving with. See, women who deal with men, you have to answer to these men. I don't have to answer to these men. I don't have to answer to these men. But you guys have to answer to these men. Because you need somebody to control you. And you need somebody to dictate your life. I don't allow anyone to dictate my life. See, for me, I can do what I want to do when I feel like it. But people who need to control something, they need to control something because this is the only way that they can feel good about themselves, is when they're validating themselves through you. And, I see enough mental health issues in my own family to know when somebody has a mental health problem, and this mental health problem controls your life. And once these mental health problems control your life, then they overpower you. And I see enough of this in my own family. When you have toxic family members or even toxic friends who are always indulged in drama, I mean, they're always indulged in drama 24/7. Have you ever come across someone? I mean, you can't speak to them, you can't deal with them unless they're bringing drama in your life. You could be congratulating them on their new home, a new car, new job promotion, or something. These people will find a way to become miserable. Have you ever just, I'm just going to call, I don't know, Joanne, just see how Joanne is doing. And the minute you call Joanne and you get Joanne on the line, Joanne is telling you all about her problems. She can't tell you anything good when you talk to her. Or even if you do say something good to her or something positive, she got to find something negative in that. Well, you on the phone talking to Joanne, and Joanne is just rambling on about her problems, trauma dumping on you about her problems. And then you realize that you're nothing more but just a doormat for these types of people. Or even Joanne decides to call you on your off day while you're relaxing in bed. And you just make up in your mind, okay, I'm not going to answer my phone. I'm not going to be bothered with anybody. Today is my off day. And then she calls you. And what was supposed to be a 5-minute conversation turns into a 2-hour trauma dumping session where Joanne is telling you all about her husband and her kids and her problems and work. And you realize that there's nothing positive out of the conversation. Well, this is what toxic people do, you guys. They just bring their miserableness everywhere they go, and they just trauma dump on any and everybody that they can. This is what toxic people do. This is what happens when you don't take care of your mental health. Your mental health controls you. You just become toxic to any and everybody that you meet. And nobody wants to deal with negative, toxic people. And I feel like a lot of people out here are just toxic. You're toxic in relationships. You're toxic on your job. You're just not a positive person. And you feel it's okay to do this on any and everybody that you meet. It is so draining when you're constantly dealing with negative people. It is so negative. But people don't realize that type of drama and negativity will drain a person. This is why you guys feel tired when you get off of here or when you get off the phone with toxic friends and family members. Because these people are sucking you dry. They're draining your life force. While you're in your mind saying that I'm going to have a good, positive, productive day, they're sitting here counting on you to have a bad and negative day. They're counting on you in a lot of things, to fall. And I would tell you guys to avoid these types of toxic, unhealed people because they will ruin your life. And, these people refuse to go and get therapy. They refuse to take accountability for their problems. They blame the world for why things are happening the way that it's happening. Instead of saying, okay, I am a messed up individual right now. I am not mentally or emotionally well, and I need some help. And there is nothing wrong with you saying that to yourself. There's nothing wrong with you getting professional help, whether it's through a therapist, a psychologist, a psychiatrist. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you getting help if that's what's needed. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to sit here and blame somebody for what's going on with you. Because what's going on with you, you have to be responsible and accountable for that. And toxic people don't take accountability for anything that they do. They just blame everybody else for what's going on with them. They blame everybody else for what's going on with them, not taking accountability for anything that they're doing. So it's going to be important that you guys avoid these types of people, because I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn the hard way by keeping these types of people out of my life. Because like I said, you absolutely have people out here who just don't care about your mental and emotional well-being. You have to care about your mental and emotional well-being. These types of people are just full of hurt, they're full of pain, they're full of negativity, they're full of toxicity. And in order for these types of people to have healthy relationships with people, they have to be healthy themselves. And not only do they need to be healthy mentally and physically and emotionally, they have to be healthy spiritually. And a lot of people out here are just not healthy, you guys. When I get on here and I'm constantly seeing this negativity coming from Black men to Black women, and my thing is, why are you Negroes always in Black women's business and Black women's spaces? Why are we rent free in you Negroes' head? To say that you guys don't like Black women, you don't desire Black women, you seemingly cannot get away from Black women. And I sure would not want to be in a relationship with somebody who has openly professed and has said that they hate me as a Black woman. And even though it's not all Black men who feel like this, a large portion of y'all feel like this. But then you get upset when Black women respond to you and your negativity and abuse and toxicity. Like, Black women are supposed to subjugate themselves to deal with you because you are a Black man. Just because you are a Black man does not mean that I'm supposed to like you or deal with you just because you are a Black man. Your character and your reputation goes a long way. And how you Black men treat Black women is a representation of that. Just like all of you men who sit online and you talk about women the way that you do. But then you get online and you complain about not being picked by women when you don't look at yourself and you don't look at how you treat women. And if Black women and women collectively treated you men the way that you treated women, you men would be upset. And you are upset because women now are giving you men a taste of your own medicine. You can't get out here and continuously keep hurting women and then expecting women to still like you and care about you. It doesn't work like that. And I can tell you right now, as a Black woman, I've seen enough of this self-hate with Black men to know that a large portion of them feel this way. So Black men, from me to you guys are not even in my dating pool. Why? Because your character is horrible. Your reputation is horrible. How you feel about Black women is horrible. I have Black men come here to my house and I can see the self-hate in their face and in their eyes, and sometimes out of their mouth. And why would I want to deal with the Black man out here? Why? Why would I want to deal with the Black man out here? Essentially, if he feels this way about black women, his counterparts, supposed to be counterparts. So what's going on here is these men have just ran their mouths too much to the point of no return for when it comes to dealing with women. And women now are just checking out of even dealing with men because we're realizing that it's just too much work dealing with you men. Not only in relationships, it's too much work dealing with you men in general. It's bad enough we have to deal with you on the workforce. It's bad enough we have to deal with you in marriages. And this is why I tell people, be careful getting out here talking about getting married because it's not all cracked up to be what it is. And a lot of people just, they want to jump into marriage so quick. You don't really know the person you're marrying. You haven't even built a relationship with these people. But for me, it's just not worth the headache. It's not worth the headache to deal with most of these men out here. And they know that. They know that they are problematic. They know that they are insufferable. And a lot of them do have mental health problems or issues that have not been addressed professionally. And a lot of people have this, men and women both. A lot of women get out here and they get in relationships unhealed and toxic, and they get in bad relationships with men. And they automatically think that their lives are going to change because they're with these men. Your lives are not going to change because of these men. So I'm not here to be on here long, you guys, because I told you guys I had a very busy day today. My morning kind of started out busy, and I have some things I need to do to get back into an account that I am now locked out of. So I just wanted to get on here to let you guys know that it is definitely going to be important that you guys take care of your mental health. It's going to be important that you guys heal if that is what's needed. Because not only can you ruin relationships unhealthy like that, you can ruin other types of relationships with other people if you don't take care of your health. And what I've noticed about toxic people is not only do they ruin relationships with close people, they also ruin relationships with everyone who's associated with them because of how toxic they are. And once you start burning bridges with people because of your behavior, you will never be able to have access to these people again. And that is what's going on here pertaining to black men and black women. You guys have ruined every relationship potential with black women to the point we just don't want to deal with you guys anymore. And I feel the same way about toxic people. I'm just not going to deal with you. I'm just not going to deal with you. Because once you start ruining things with me and you start burning bridges with me, I no longer want to deal with you anymore. So you guys definitely have a good day. Be safe. Please stay hydrated today. And I'm going to get off of here. I have some phone calls that I need to make, and I have some things I need to do. But you guys have a good day. Take care and be safe. And I will see you guys in the next one.